Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing with me. Um, I want to tell you, I had told them on Facebook. I said there is only one reason I do not disown the term black. We had graduated from the N word, and the legend James Brown put a song out that said, and I love this song. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. I am very proud of my race and will come back again African. I'm very proud to be African. I'm very proud, even though no, I don't. Black is a color, but that's what we were called back then. We weren't African American then. We hadn't got to that yet. So we had to go where we were, and we were black. So I say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. I play that song and I love that song. You know, um, these legends, I'm telling you, these legends, they rose up above their oppression. I mean, can you really imagine? Can you just imagine for a minute? You trying, how hard it is to even try to make it anyway. But you out there and you done kind of got over some obstacles enough to get your song played on the radio in a time when Africans didn't have no rights at all. And then to hear your song being sung by somebody else of another race, I mean, just taken away from you, I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't imagine. We as a people have came over some oppression, I tell you. And even like I tell you, as a child, I didn't really realize that I was born in the 60s. I was the first free African, with rights, supposedly. So I didn't realize this as a child growing up, that I was under oppression. I didn't realize that I would in turn oppress myself, put myself through so many different things because of the oppression, because of what I had dealt with as a child. I'm just, I think about the people of Tulsa. I think about the ancestors, who had thought they risen above, who really had, but to come back and be reminded and to have everything taken away and burnt up and tore up and then to have to try to start over from nothing and just to try to rebuild. Like I said before, when I talked about Tulsa, I just don't know, how do you rebuild from that? How do you start over from? I mean, our ancestors have went through some struggles, and we have lost a lot of people in the struggle. We have. But I'm going to tell you something. As we are steady struggling and rising, we got to keep on, people. We can't give up the battle. We want to. It's tiresome. And you're tired of fighting, and you're tired of going through, and you wonder what's next. And here it come again, and here we go again. Then we just do this. Lord have mercy. It comes a time when you just get tired of going through, and you surrender to the Lord and let the Lord take over. See, because what's going on is a battle of good and evil. So what happens is the evil is beginning to try to take over. And we can't let it though, because see, you are in control. You are in control. And what you got to do is let the Lord come in and take over. Just let God fight that battle. Just don't do nothing. Let the Lord work it out. Instead of plotting and sitting there making a move, just sit back and watch the Lord work it out. Let the Lord handle. Put your faith and trust in God and watch it work out. A lot of times, a lot of our problems is what we bring upon ourselves. What we done put ourselves in. Some mess we done got ourselves in. Lord, look up where I got myself in now. Well, you did it. So now you got to get yourself out of it. So instead of sitting there calling so-and-so and telling them all about it, and so they can go tell everybody about it, get yourself up out of it. And see that when you do that, then you begin, you letting the Lord fight your battles. Then you get stronger and stronger in God. You get stronger. Then you begin to realize that the Lord, hey, look, God, you call them guardian angels, but the ancestors, they heard the spirits are not resting like Christianity teaches. They're working things out in your life. But see, you got to move you out the way. You all in the way. You God is there, but you doing this here, and reaching for the Lord, when it mess up, but look, just let God be guiding in the stern in the driver's seat, and you get on in the back seat, cause see, you even want to do some passenger seat drive. You need to get on in the back seat and put your blinders on. Let the Lord take the wheel. I'm telling you, for real. You got to give it to the Lord. You have to hand it over to God. We fighting a spiritual warfare here. It ain't no devil. We are fighting a spiritual warfare. It's good versus evil. What's been going on since the beginning of time. But I'm tell you something. God is in control. God is in control. Cause I heard somebody say, let the devil ride. Why you won't be in this company in the first place? And that sure makes some sense. That sure makes sense. Why you want to be in the company of the devil in the first place? Why you even go over there around them? You know what they own. Why you even go be bothered? You know what they gonna try to pull you in. Why you even call them up? You already know what they gonna say. Don't even be in that company. Get yourself around some folks who want something out of life, who trying to have something. You don't get yourself in that mindset, to begin to build wealth for you and your family. I'm gonna tell you something. You want to help somebody out, instead of giving the money to the church, really seriously help somebody out who need it. We got a lot of folks who need it. That's how that's what the Lord look at your heart. How you helping folks and how you doing for people. The love that God put on your heart that you done buried and put some other stuff on top of it. Some unforgiveness, some hatefulness, some evilness, some evil ways, conniving, whatever, You got to remove all that. You got to get all that out the way. You got to begin to do better. And I need to remind some people of some things. Look here. Cause I was misled. I was misled. And now I ain't misled no more, but it's some other people misled. I'm trying to reach them folks. And I need to let these people who call themselves, see, here, look, watch this. See, people who call themselves white don't mean they supreme. And people who say these people say they black, that don't mean they evil. Black and white are colors. See, the correct term is Caucasian and African. And African, when you say African, that's royalty. It is. That name even royalty. African, royalty. Okay, but anyway, let's get back to this. I gotta tell some people some things. These people here, they say white supreme, white supremacy. Okay, just because they call themselves white, you don't make you supreme over nothing. You ain't even supreme over the shoes you walking in. You need to check yourself before you wreck yourself for real, because look here, you misled. Somebody that misled you. This educational system that you got over here and told you supreme over somebody just because you came over here and took over some things. Rob some people of some stuff and then try to hand it back to them in a little slick way. No, it don't work like that. See, that's how you going to do with the Africans too. You going to recognize what the Africans done did and built over here and came up with. Because we got a whole lot of donations, different things that our ancestors have done down the line that they don't even get recognized for nothing that they did. A lot of times when you're working with different things, I'm telling you, you got to put your trust and faith in God. You really do. You got to put your trust and faith in the Lord and know it's going to work out, because look, just like I lost that 3 seconds of audio before, I'm putting my trust and faith in God. Cause see, I got improved some different things around here. Stuff's supposed to be right, but stuff ain't still right. But the Lord working it out anyway. He working it out anyway. And the message going to get out and it's going to get where it need to go. And we're going to continue to grow. Cause the Lord see fit. The ancestors see fit, and it is happening. We are growing, and I want you to keep growing. Tell somebody to grow, because this is how we grow. And God bless you on your journey.